when it comes to men. If you are the over pursuer or even the pursuer, they are going to take a step back. They're going to get comfortable and they're not going to have the desire or the incentive to pursue you. If you want a man to be interested in you, you have to be the one that takes a step back in the dynamic, in the relational dynamic, and you have to allow him to move towards you. This isn't games. This is really just how the courtship process works. And oftentimes, a lot of you are desirable women. I speak to many of you around the world, and you're amazing, desirable women. But what happens is you are not allowing a man to pursue you, and you're not allowing a man to show you what he's made of. And you get way too excited very early on, which then leads a man to sort of take a relaxed position in the dynamic with you. And then he falls off. And then what happens is we become bitter and we hate men. And we really don't want to do that. We want to have an open heart and we really want to be accountable and responsible for our role in the dynamic of why we are not being pursued. And so, what I tend to find in my work is that men are interested in the women that I work with and the women that I have calls with. You know this because a man is not going to initiate a date with you or waste his time speaking to you if he was not interested in you. And you have to have enough belief within yourself that you are a desirable woman that, of course, a man wants to be with you and get to know you and thinks you're attractive. I mean, why else would he be like calling you, asking you out, like going on a date with you? Of course, there is some initial attraction, physical attraction, energetic attraction. There has to be some of that. Otherwise, why would he waste his time pursuing you? He's not going to waste his time. Men are very focused on being efficient and they're busy. And so if he's not seeing any sort of attraction there, even into the long run, he's not going to initially try to like get to know you. What happens with most of you, and this is what I want to get into in this video, is that the moment a man that you deem, let's say, high value, I had a woman today say to me that this is a situation kind of going on with her. This is what inspired this video, where she said to me, there's no other men that she has sort of seen that's been in her vicinity that has all the qualities that he has. Mind you, he has one very big deal breaker, yet she's putting that on the back burner because he has everything else that she is attracted to and she doesn't see any other men with these type of qualities. So what does she do when he starts to show interest in her? She gets very excited and she's having this like texting relationship and she's just very over eager. And when she sent me a email question last week before she was going on a date with this guy, and this is a guy that she was dating previously, and the same pattern happened where she got very attached and then he disappeared and she like took her energy off him, which I'm going to talk to you guys about in this video. But then as soon as he started coming back, she was getting excited again. And in my email response to her, I told her that she's getting very excited and there's way too many messages happening and it's way too soon. Of course, she got triggered and she sent me another email saying, well, it hasn't been like 20 text messages. It's like 10, let's just say, as an example. She was very respectful, but she did want to justify the behavior. And I had said to her, it doesn't matter how many text messages there are. This guy vanished and now he's reappearing. And you really shouldn't be showing so much interest so fast because what's happening is his curiosity got piqued because he hadn't heard from her. She essentially literally took her energy off of him. She took him off WhatsApp. She kind of blocked him everywhere. And she really just stopped thinking about him. And her energy, again, because I talked to you guys about energy, was like not focused on him anymore. And he felt that. He noticed that. I think she even said that she took him off her contacts. I'm not sure if she blocked him, but she took him off her contacts on WhatsApp, just her contacts. And because of that, the picture wasn't showing up anymore, or her picture. And I'm guessing he noticed that. I don't think however, this is why he messaged. I do believe it really seemed like her energy was off of him, which again, with men, they sense it. And so he started to reach out to her again, which was great. But as soon as he started reaching out to her again, she started getting very excited. Now, it was really good that she reached out to me earlier on. However, I do wish she reached out to me before they were engaging in the texting mark because it's difficult then because now I have to fix the situation. What I would have said to her like when he like initially messaged was, play it cool, be friendly, be warm, but don't go into this like texting conversation with a man. I think in the email she also said to me she was really upset that he ghosted her and she wanted to like communicate that to him. And I'm pretty sure I said to her, don't act like you're mad or upset because as you guys know, I always say that any sort of emotional reaction you're giving to a guy, even if it's like a negative reaction, is still showing interest and you don't want to show a man interest, especially when he hasn't worked for you. Now, what happened in this situation, and this is what inspired this video today, was they did go on a date and after the date, she hasn't heard from him. Mind you, he's on a business trip, but it doesn't matter because if a guy is interested in you, he's going to reach out to you. He's going to say, I had a great date. And she actually reached out to him and she said, I had a nice time. And she said something like, oh, like safe travels because I think it was going like on a plane somewhere. I said to her that you're not his mother. And again, when you're the one that reaches out to him and you say to him, safe travels, when he hasn't even messaged you after the date, who does that? Mothers do that. Maybe wives do that. But even then, when a wife is sort of saying that to her husband, the husband is usually letting the wife know that he's about to board, etc. So there's some sort of like communication there. I tend to let my husband reach out to me more than I will reach out to him when it comes to like me being out and about. And the reason for that is I personally like to be pursued even into marriage. When you're in a like committed relationship, it gets comfortable and it's always nice to keep a man on his toes a little bit and for a man to be the one to reach out to you. It feels good. In general, women, we like to be pursued. And so if you're the one that is closing that gap in all the time, you're not giving the man the opportunity to close that gap. And so in my situation, if I'm always rushing to message my husband to say, I'm here now, like I made it, and mind you, I do sometimes, but most of the time I'll let him message me. I'm not giving him the opportunity to lead and to like pursue and to be a man. At the same time, I'm also not allowing myself to have this feeling that I enjoy having, which is, oh, my husband is thinking about me. He messaged me first. Just that feeling. It's not even a game. It's just, it feels good to hear from your partner or to be thought of. And in the situation of dating, and in this situation, she was saying to me, well, if I didn't message him and I wanted to message him, it would have been coming from my ego. And I said to her, no, you messaging is coming from your ego because it's coming from a place of like low self-esteem and lack of self-worth. Because a woman that has high self-esteem and high self-worth is never going to message a man that she's not in a relationship with to say happy travels if the man has not initiated contact with her. Why would she do that? He's a grown man and he can take care of himself. And really, that's how women with high self-worth think. You just wouldn't think to message a guy that kind of hasn't shown any sort of interest aside from the first date or messaging here and there that you're thinking about him, because essentially that's what you're showing him. And in this situation, I had said to her today that if we had left it and we didn't message him after the date, he would have had these feelings of, I did she have fun on the date? I wonder if she likes me. Is she interested in me? Should I ask her out again? Like those feelings would have built up in him. And what would have happened is he eventually would have asked her out on another date because he would be like gauging within himself, like, do I have these feelings for her? What I had said to her and what was really important, because he is going to contact her again. And this woman particularly is doing the inner work. She's booking regular sessions with me. And so I said to her that everything you see on the outside is reflecting to you how you feel on the inside. And I had said to her, there are beliefs within you. And in my course, I talk about these 3 core beliefs, but one of them is not feeling good enough. If we felt good enough, we would never reach out to a man initially. We would always wait for a man to pursue us. And she said to me, well, I thought that I was feeling good about myself. And she said to me until I spoke with her, because when I had spoken to her, I said, well, if a woman feels good about herself, what happens is her environment reflects that. Her environment reflects a lot of men that are pursuing her and that are high value and that demonstrate to her that they're worthy of her, meaning like they're trying to vie for her attention. It isn't the other way around where the woman is putting the man on the pedestal. So it was really great that she was open and receptive. what I had advised to her was to do the inner work that I had mentioned to her. She has the course, she's going through it again. There's certain things I mentioned in the course for her to do. She's doing that. And to also take your energy off of the man. When I say that a man is not interested in how to change that today, what I'm implying here is that, of course, there's some level of interest there. He wouldn't have reached out to her again after there was a period of no contact. They had gone on 4 or 5 dates before. So there is obviously an attraction there. What was happening for him is that he was missing this feeling. This is what I always say to you guys. Men want to feel that they're winning you over. And if you are the one that is always excited about the guy and you're like goo goo gaga over him, and again, he sees this because you're messaging him after the date first. When he reaches out to you initially to go on a date with you, you're having all these conversations with him. And I always say to you guys that a man is not falling in love with you or is not building feelings of attraction just based on text messages. Men don't connect through text messages and through phone conversations. They connect and they bond through how they feel with you in person and how they feel with you, meaning the feelings that you're stirring within them. That's how they bond with you. That's how they fall in love with you. And they need to feel the feelings of excitement and curiosity and what is she doing. They need to feel these feelings to assess if you're the person for him and if they want to continue moving towards you. And if you give him those feelings and you show him this by being overly excited by him, like very early on, then he's missing these like feelings he needs in order to move things forward. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to take a step back. And again, every situation is different. Take a step back, learn about men, learn about feminine energy, read my books, take the course, start doing your inner work, and really shift the focus off of him. You want to also ask yourself, why are you so interested in men that are not really doing anything to pursue you? And if a man is pursuing you, some women, they get into this entitled energy, expectation energy. The way to shift that is going back into focusing on yourself, focusing on being grateful, being excited, and having the feelings of love and like ensuing love and also giving the feeling of love and gratitude out. That is the feminine energy. Feminine energy is love and it's light, fun, playful energy. It's not serious and mad all the time or controlling. If that energy is present, even if you're not physically doing anything with the guy, a guy can sense it. Something in the guy's energy towards you is going to feel like off-putting and he's not going to want to move ahead with contacting you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love hearing from you guys. Let me know if this video resonated and let me know if there are other topics that you guys want me to speak about. And yeah, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.